Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Angels and Destiny Show. Why is this show called this, you may ask? So I'll tell you. The accepted meaning of angel is messenger, and the accepted meaning of destiny is to make firm establish. So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And of course, I like working with angels and the calmness they bring. Now, if you've never met me before, then my name is Ray, and I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy. And I'm a guide who helps you remember your divine presence so that you can heal your past, find your life path, and create your future to expand your consciousness, understand your spiritual path, get clarity on your next steps, and take charge of your destiny so that you can fulfill your purpose in this lifetime. Now, in today's episode, I'm going solo as my original guest is unable to join us due to the recent hurricanes. So, sending lots of hugs and holding space for everyone involved with the hurricanes. And I hope that they all get back into their homes safely and as quickly as possible. So, in today's episode, you'll be able to ask me anything spiritual, and I can see that Harley's already started asking questions um, on anything that's spiritual as well as and I'll be doing a guided meditation, and I might possibly pull an oracle card or two. But before that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching the show live at a later date. It means a lot to me to connect with like-minded people. Now, each episode of this show covers various themes of your journey, a mini guide meditation, like angel oracle card reading with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, or like today, myself. So, what questions do you have about any topics like angels, esoteric wisdom, spiritual practices, or anything I offer? Before I get into a wonderful guided meditation that you need at this moment in time. And I may also, during the show, say a random word which you can put in the comments. And the first person who comments that word will get a card pulled for them. So I will let you know what that word is. But before we get into this week's show, I want to remind you that not only can you share this video, but you can ask questions, leave comments and thoughts, as I want you to be part of this conversation. So please don't be shy. And I can see that Harley has put a load of messages in there. And she says, I hope your guests are doing well. The hurricane at this end somewhat changed course and hit the States really hard that weren't weird. Hope Graham and his have fared well. I think Graham did actually everything that with the hurricane. I think they were really lucky with that, and there wasn't as much damage. But again, thoughts go out to everyone who's been affected. So Harley does have some topics of interest. Okay. Tips for astral travel. Can we use the earth? Yeah. Okay, I will get into those in a minute. Just let me check that we are live on the other channel, or that I am live on Facebook and YouTube, because that comes in very handy to know that I have gone live. Okay. Right, so it's not looking like I've gone live on Facebook. If there is anyone watching on Facebook, if you can let me know if I've gone live, that would be absolutely brilliant. Okay, and yes, I've gone live. That's good. So we need to know that. So Ray, you can answer or skip any of the questions. Thought it would help fill up time. Oh, you're wonderful on your own, and yep, you can laugh. Yes. So I will get. I'll start with. Let's see what Harley's got first. So her first one is tips for astral travel. I'm not the best on astral travel, but I'll see what I can cover. Can we use this to communicate with those on Earth that we may find it hard to say to something to, or that we'd like to network or send peace to? Okay, I'm not really up on astro travel. I will admit I've tried it. I keep trying it. I will get there one day, so that I know what I'm doing. Um, a lot of people have said use white noise to help you get into that state. So basically, the best thing is to lie down and maybe put on some meditation music or have white noise going in, and just allow your breathing to calm down as you get into relaxed state. And then just see if you can move your arm without actually moving your arm, but see your arm moving out of your body. Um, like maybe there's a string. So there's a string attached to your finger, and you kind of like pull that string and just see if your finger, not your actual physical finger, but the energy of your finger moves up. And that will give you an idea of astral travel. Um, but I believe you can communicate with those on Earth if they are open to that. You're probably not going to be able to scare them like a ghost, but if they're receptive, you could actually, if you do find that you're able to astral travel, is actually try and get that person or just that person that they astro travel, or to be on a lookout for you because you're going to see them in that particular moment in time. um, I would say you can definitely speak to anybody in on the galactic side, um, but hopefully, my guests in the future, I've got a couple of guests coming in the future, might be able to answer that one better for you. So I hope that one makes sense for you, Harley. Um, so let's see, what else have you got? If anyone else is watching, you've got questions. I do actually have some questions here in that. So your previous guest, Sally Shakti Willow, brilliant guest. If you haven't checked out a show, please do that. Gave some wonderful insight to rewriting. Would I have any tips on how the other side can help us finish or help enhance this creativity? Can they work with us? Uh, would channeling be of assistance? How would this be done safely and effectively? Okay. Yes, channeling automatic writing. Um, one of those things that it's probably much easier to do than astro travel. Again, it relies on you getting into a very nice, relaxed state with some nice meditation music on, getting into, a nice deep breathing pattern. And then you just allow whatever thoughts to come up. Now, with anything you do, if you're worried about whether it's positive or negative, you ask, you set that intention that any information I receive channeled is for is for the highest good of myself and all those involved. And you'll know when the information comes through. If it's positive, it's like with the angels. If the angels connect you, they will never talk down to you, they will never dish you, they will never be mean or nasty to you. So all the messages will always be positive and uplifting, even if the angels tell you off, they are positive and uplifting when they tell you off with it. And you feel good afterwards and you feel that unconditional love. But if you're ever worried if you're doing channeling or anything like that, there is a law that states you ask 3 times, are you here for my highest good? Are you here for my highest good? Are you here for my highest good? Or words to whatever feels right for you. And they have to answer. So if they answer twice yes, but the third time no, you say goodbye, off you go, not interested. But if they say 3 positives, then then go with that. But obviously trust your own guidance, your own instincts on that. So I hope that kind of like helps you. Ray, do you feel you're at a press conference? That's a good thing. I never thought about that. Yeah, I suppose I could be really. Um, so thanks, Harley. It's like I'm in a press conference, getting me ready for when I'm on the stage um, to answer these questions. So I'm going to come back to a couple more of your questions in a minute, but I am going to go with a couple of questions that I know people have actually asked me, um, and I just jotted them down. So one question that I often get asked is, how can I stay grounded and centered during uncertain times? So there are many different ways of doing that. And of course, we're living in uncertain times at the moment. We never know what is going to be happening from one day to the next. You know, there's all the news and the information and people chattering and the weather, and everything else just seems it's like our lives have kind of like been uprooted, have been changed now, and things just aren't the same anymore. But we do have to stay grounded and we do have to stay centered during this, and there are many things to do that. There's mindfulness, being mindful of what you're eating, what you're doing, in that moment, chewing, noticing how the food tastes, how it smells. That's being mindful, for mindfulness. Meditation, you can do the meditation where you just sit there, slow your breathing down, and just allow your mind to be free of no thoughts. But if you find that hard, then guided meditation for relaxation or guided meditation take you on a journey is absolutely brilliant, because what that does, it gives the left side of your brain something to concentrate on, whilst the right side of your brain can go, I can relax and maybe get some insights into what's going on. We mentioned about breathing. Again, slowing your breath down. Box breathing is really, really good, where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4. And you just keep repeating that until you feel really nice and calm, and relaxed. And don't forget, if you get in a situation and you feel like you really wanna really let go, and you've got a chance, go to the bathroom, do the breathing exercises. You can always find somewhere to go to meditate, to find that time to, "Okay, let me bring myself back." You can with meditation, you can feel, imagine roots growing from the bottom of your feet, going all the way down into the core of the earth, and just connecting with the beautiful energy of Gaia, and allowing the energy to come all the way up through you, grounding you here. And interesting, Mary has said, hi, Mary, good to see you. And thanks for joining. If you've got any questions, please ask. And if I think anyone might ask any questions that I know you can answer, I'll ask you to answer those, because Mary is brilliant with crystals and things like that. But she's not a guest on the show at the moment, although I'm hoping at some point in the future she will be a guest. And of course, grounding sheets, which is something that we've been talking about recently, and grounding mats. Now, I quite often will go outside in the garden in bare feet just to ground myself. But obviously, the weather now is getting where it's not so nice going out, and your toes start to get cold. So grounding mats, grounding sheets. Um, a lot of people are swearing by them now. You see all these adverts keep coming on. Some people I know have had them. Some people have had really great results from them. Other people haven't. So I think grounding sheets are kind of like one of those things, they may or may not work for you. I have just ordered myself a grounding sheet, so I will keep everyone posted as to how I find that, whether I feel the same as when I'm out grounding as to when I've got the sheet on. So I'll keep you informed on that one. So, if anyone who's watching, wants to type the word crystal in the comments, the first person who comes up, they will get a card pulled for them. And Mary says, yep, she's using her grounding mat, her sleep is better, and inflammation is reduced. Oh, brilliant. And I've actually ordered the same one you've got, Mary. Oh, brilliant. Mary's first with crystal. So let's do a card for Mary. There's still a chance for anyone else to do this. So you're a bit like late, Harley, but you might get the next one. So, what does Mary need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? What does Mary need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? What does Mary need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? Okay. So, Mary, you have got It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. And this is actually confirmation about what's going on for you at this moment. I mean, I know a lot about what you're doing, and you are, you are crossing that bridge now, where you're doing the healing, you're connecting, you're mending, and you're releasing. And they're saying you are doing all the right things at this moment in time. In fact, you're a lot further over the bridge than you think you are, and you're practically nearly there. So just keep doing what you're doing and keep following the light and the guidance you're given, because you are nearly there now. So I hope that makes sense and that's really good for you. I know it is a pretty card, isn't it, Harley? It is a beautiful card. And of course, um, I might as well to mention it whilst I'm here. Obviously, my Angel Wings membership, that's now open, which is a beautiful little community that actually Mary is part of, and it is brilliant. I just love the back and flow of conversations we have with everyone, and that people get a chance to do a Q&A with me live once a month. In fact, it's our Q&A session tomorrow, which is really good. So, one question that I often get ask. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for letting me know that you can take that. So one of the questions obviously I get asked is what can I expect from from being part of Angel Wings membership? Well, you get the community, which is an absolute joy to be part of. And we all help and guide each other along that path. Amongst there, you also get there's in the membership portal, there's meditations, there's master classes, there's guided meditations, there's information about ascended masters, angels, how-to videos, and I create new content as and when the members actually want me to do that. And the membership is suitable for beginners as well as those further along their spiritual path. It's a chance for you to grow spiritually um, along the path, to get new insights, gain new abilities about who you are and where you can go. And also you get discounts on anything I have to offer. And you obviously get any I do things especially for you, and they're exclusive to people in the membership. And we also once a month try and have a masterclass where I have guests come in. Deborah Moore, who you know has been on my show before, she's recently done a masterclass on astrology for us. Or we'll play about and learn how to do angel oracle cards, which is something I enjoy doing, and I know that the members enjoy doing for that. So let's have a look at another one of Harley's questions. And Harley had said, even better, like answering Q&As at premieres or screenings. Absolutely, it's definitely like that. And I'm quite enjoying this. So what have we got next? Oh, that's a good one. So, how can we call upon the gifts of our ancestors to use them wisely for the highest good? Oh, that's a brilliant question, Harley. And it's not just the gifts of our ancestors that we can use. We can actually tap into our own previous gifts as well, which actually is another question that that can tie into how do I heal past traumas and release limiting beliefs, which again is again you can use for your gifts. So obviously the main one is past life regression. As you know, I love past life regression. I love taking people back in time. And when you go back in time, you can actually go back to see what gifts, talents that you used in a previous lifetime. And you can also go back and connect with ancestors in a previous lifetime. But it's best, you're saying about the gifts of our ancestors. why not use their own gifts that you had in a previous lifetime? Your gifts are unique to you. They might be enhanced by your ancestors, but your ancestors had their own way of doing things. Whereas if you can use your gifts yourself, then just think how amazing that is. What you can use now. So again, past life regression can help you find those gifts, talents that you can bring back into your current time and actually start using them now. And there are studies that have shown that people that have gone into previous lifetimes, actually, when they come back, they've actually able to use some of those skills in their current lifetime, which is, absolutely amazing. And to think that by traveling back and experiencing a past life, you can bring those gifts and talents into the present is absolutely amazing. And of course, you can see people like me to be regressed into past life. There are guided meditations out there on YouTube, Insight Timer, etc., including mine, where you can go backwards in time to learn those gifts and the talents. But what you can also do is, and this is how a way of another question that people ask: what is my life's purpose, and how can I align with it? And again, that is the gifts and talents that you can bring in. So if look back at your childhood, what gifts and talents did you have as a child? What did you enjoy doing most of all? I've spoken about this before, when I look back at my childhood, I loved reading, I loved telling stories, creating stories. I'm now a storyteller. I help guide people on their journey. I had a kaleidoscope and I loved all the patterns. That's sacred geometry that I work with now. I had a telescope and I love looking at the stars, the moon, seeing, what was up in the sky. I work with galactic stuff now. And there's even the story of when I was at school, my class wanted to do the Ouija board. I wasn't interested in doing it, but because they knew of my background, they went, "Oh, could you come and just make sure we're safe?" What do I do now? When I'm teaching or working with people, I hold the space for them. So these are talents and gifts that I had when I was a child that I might not have realized. But now that I look back, I can use those in my current life. And of course, for gifts and talents, you can also go into future. Which is a really good question, Harley. So, have you done future lives? Has anyone brought the present things from the future? Yes. Again, you can bring gifts and talents that you're using in a future lifetime, and you can actually definitely bring those back into the current lifetime. And I have had clients who I've taken forwards in time to a next lifetime, who have picked up things that they've then brought back into this current lifetime. I can't say with my future lifetime, because my next lifetime I went straight back to the I go sh- I go back into the cosmos, into the universe, become part of the ether again. So I couldn't really bring any gifts of those talents back because I'm I'm not coming back. So I couldn't bring any of those back. So but yes, so you can go forwards or backwards in time to actually find your gifts and your talents. And I love doing that with people. And when I'm working on a program, Soul Path, a discovery program, and part of that will be going forwards and backwards in times to actually find your life purpose, to remember and bring those gifts from the past and the future back into your current lifetime so you can use them. So they will be part of the program that comes out, as well as being the separate thing that I do with future life and past life regression. So great question, Harley. Um, and Mary says, "Oh, I can't find my future." Yes, Mary is going to be doing the future life progression practitioners training. And I still have space. So if anyone else out there is interested in actually learning to take people forwards and backwards in time, and actually experiencing forwards and backwards in time as part of the training because you get to practice on each other. Then there is still space for the training, which is taking place in November, and it's online as well. So you don't even need to leave the comfort of your own home or even be in the UK if you want to uh, take it. And Harley says, "Oh, my God, my TV guide, kaleidoscope and telescope. I'd not thought about it that way." I know. How often do we do things in our childhood that we enjoy doing that we don't do now? I mean, it could be, something, maybe you enjoy doing gardening or cooking, um, or sewing or anything like that. That's a gift talent that you've got that you can use in this current life. So there are so many different gifts and talents out there, that you can use. They're now in the current life. So I'm going to do another card. So the first person who types in the comments, Angel, I will get a card reading. Apart from Mary, because you've already had one. So who's going to type Angel in first? And they will get a card pulled for them. I love doing this. This is pretty cool. Anyone going to type Angel? Angel, Tasmin, you got in there first. I know you meant Angel. So, oh, Harley, you missed it once again. So what does Tamazin need? You missed it too, Andy. It's the first person, and Tamazin was. So, what does Tamazin need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? What does Tamazin need to know for her highest good at this moment in time? So, let's see. We were just talking about this. So, Tamazin, you have got grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. Okay, so what the angels are saying to you at this moment, what the universe is saying is, you need to do. Oh, you need to do some grounding. Okay, um, that means getting out in nature. That means sending roots from the bottom of your feet all the way down into earth, into Gaia, and just connecting with that deep energy of earth, you know, as well as exploring your roots, going into your past. What information from your past can you actually bring into your current time that will help you stay on that grounded level, will actually help you move forward in your life on a practical level, not on a sort of like higher dimensional level, but on a practical level. So take the time, really connect with earth, go deep. What are your roots? What can you bring up that you can use in your current life at this moment in time? But make sure it's on a practical level. It's great when we connect to the higher dimensions, but we still need to be grounded to bring that in. So take the time for yourself to ground. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Temazim. Yep, feel that makes sense. Brilliant. Okay, so I did see another question here from Seashell. So, how do you feel about crystals and stones with your work? Ah, brilliant. And I love your seashell. I love crystals and stones. They are absolutely amazing things to work with, and they give you such a beautiful energy when you're working with them. I've got a piece of oh, what is it? Oh, I've forgotten. Begins with an M. Cosmic Stone. If Mary's watching, tell me what stone is. It's an M. It's green. Why can't I suddenly remember what that is? But I love that. I love her and that stone. I'm will come to me. I love putting in my third eye, and oh my God, yeah, it's just such an amazing experience. Using that stone. and hopefully I might remember it by the end of um, Moldavite. There we go. It's not matter. Moldavite. Absolutely brilliant stone. So yes, seashell, working with stones and crystals is absolutely amazing. And you know, if I'm walking on a beach or something and a shell or a stone catches my eye, then, you know, I'll pick it up, I'll hold it, you know, and just see what information. You know, I love when you pick up shells and you hold them to your ears and you can hear the sea, you can hear the whispers. And if you really sort of like take the time and you listen, you can even hear messages coming from those shells, which again is another amazing one. There you go. Yep, Mary has confirmed that. Moldavite, yeah, a brilliant stone. I love working with that, and of course with angelic Reiki, I have my master crystal, which um, is just brilliant, and it changes. The more I do angelic Reiki, the more the crystal inside changes, and you often find that if you're working with, say, like a clear quartz crystal, that the energy can change within the crystal itself, and if it's clear, it can start going white inside. Now, obviously, crystals can pick up energy that needs that need cleaning. You do need to do that for crystals, but you know the difference between a dull energy and a zinging energy, which is what my master crystal has. And yes, Mary says, I love connected crystals, hearing them sing. And Mary is absolutely brilliant with crystals. And Harley, does the size of crystals matter? Are larger ones more powerful? No, my piece of Moldavite is really tiny. I mean, it's quite an expensive stone anyway, but that tiny piece is just so powerful. Um, you know, so it doesn't matter on the size of the crystal. It's how it feels when you hold it. You know, the energy that it gives you, the information that it gives you. So in this instance, size does not matter with crystals. It's what feels comfortable for you. And you know, if you've got a really big crystal and you want to meditate with it, you know, that could weigh your hand down. Whereas if you've got a smaller one, you know, it's much easier to meditate. Um, so yeah, so crystals are great to work with. If you can work with crystals, work with them. Um, yeah, highly agrees with me. Excellent. Whoops, I think she was laughing at the, or was agreeing with me that size doesn't matter. And Andy, behave yourself before you even say anything like that. And we've got loads of laughs coming in now. Yeah, we all know that. We all know that joke, don't we? So okay, so we go back to another question, which kind of like tied in with the past when we're talking about past life gifts. And I did mention, how do I heal past traumas and release limiting beliefs? And there are so many ways that we can do this. You know, we can do inner child work, we can do shadow work, we can do energy healing, we can do past life regression, we can even do future life progression. Um, be you know, with past traumas and limiting beliefs. So obviously, you know, inner child work, um, where we work with the inner child, you know, to release what, you know, what information, what stuff caused your inner child to lock down and close within. Shadow work, you know, all the things that you feel are not good about yourself that have holding you back. You can work with those. You know, to me, shadow work isn't anything bad. It's just lessons and understandings that you need to learn about and clear. You know, guided meditation. I love guided meditation for clearing past stuff and trauma. Past life regression. As you know, I love doing that. I think that is a brilliant way of releasing past trauma. angelic Reiki, energy healing. I can only really talk about angelic Reiki because that's what I do. And that is so brilliant for releasing past traumas, because sometimes we can't get to know what that the root of that cause of that trauma is, where the angels will come in and they go, actually, we know where that is, and we're going to work on that. You don't need to know about it. We're going to work on it for you. And of course, future life progression, we can take you beyond that trauma when you don't have that trauma anymore. And you can look at, how did I release that? What did I learn from that? How is that no longer affecting me? Stop smoking. Obviously we can do hypnosis, and I've done that successfully, but you can take someone to a future life where they're not smoking and bring that energy back. So that helps them in the current lifetime. So there are so many different things that you can do to help with trauma, and indecisions and limiting beliefs, to release them so that they don't affect you in your current life. you know and another thing that you can do to help you stay grounded, with everything that going on around you, is simply stop watching the news. Stop listening to all that negative talk that's going on, in the world. You know, all that negative stuff is there to keep us down. If we stay positive and look at the positive aspects in life, because, for every 10 bad things you might see, there are good things there as well. And when you start looking at the positive things, like on your social media feed, you start looking at those cute kittens, those animal rescues, all those positive things, your feed starts filling with those. Even the adverts start filling up with the positive adverts. So you're taking yourself out of that matrix of all the negative stuff by putting yourself into a positive frame of mind, which in turn helps with your ability to actually stay grounded, to not feel so trapped and confused with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. So I hope that makes sense for that one. And I'm glad to see that Harley and Andy are having a conversation. Do read the comments for that, because that is fun. See, they've been having fun, and I said they get to raise conference, so I get in trouble. Harley, you will never be in trouble with me. That I can definitely say. So before we get into the guided meditation, I don't think anyone else there's any more questions here, but I can always feedback. I'm going to do another card. So the first person, so get ready. The first person who types in love will get a card. So who's going to type in love first? Doo, doo, doo. And they will get a card that we'll do. Who's going to type in love first and press that button? Oh, it's exciting. Harley, I was expecting you to have typed in the word love then. Ah! Andy beat you, Harley. So Andy, you get a card. But I am playing fair on this. Andy got in there before you, Harley. So what does Andy need to know for his highest good at this moment in time? What does Andy need to know for his highest good at this moment in time? So let's see. So Andy, you've got Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. So what they're saying to you is that even if you're not 100% sure at this moment, know that there is a defined plan out to you, that the sands are clearing for you. That path is being shown. You've got the sun there, you're heading towards, you know, that that divine plan, that what you are supposed to be here to do, how you are supposed to achieve it. The path is being cleared for you now. And they're saying, just trust. See it, feel it, know it. Trust that all is working out as it should at the moment and don't worry or fret about it. Just let things go with the flow. It's like the sands of time. Just allow the sands of time to move as they do, to their own beat, to their own rhythm. And you'll find that you'll get to the end much quicker than trying to fight against the sand. So I hope that makes sense to you, Andy. So what we're going to do now, is I am going to do a guided meditation for you all. Um, and then we'll see what happens at the end of that guided meditation. So the questions haven't really given me any indication about what you would like. Hi, Sunny. Good to see you join us. You are welcome, Andy. So if you all want to get yourselves nice and comfortable, we'll do a quick guided meditation. I'm going to see what the cards want me to do on the guided meditation because there wasn't any one particular thing that we needed to work on. So what are we going to do? Okay. So if you all want to close your eyes, get comfortable, close your eyes. And as you do so, take a deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be in this space. Take another deep breath in. And on the out breath, just release everything that doesn't need to be here. And allow your breathing to fall into its natural rhythm. Every in-breath, just relaxing you that little bit more. And just feel your whole body starting to relax from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, all the way down your arms to your fingertips. For when you think about relaxing, so you will relax. Give yourself permission and allow yourself to relax. And as you feel yourself relaxing more and more, just see, feel, imagine or know a staircase with 5 steps leading down to a beautiful door. And in a moment, you're going to walk down those steps, each descending number relaxing you more and more. So let's start walking down the steps now. 5, going deeper down the stairs. 4, deeper down the stairs. 3, more and more relaxed. All the way down the stairs. 2, 1. You take a step off that bottom step and stand in front of your door. And I want you now to open the door. And as you do, you step out into a beautiful park area. Beautiful area with trees, a path, grass, flowers. Maybe in the distance you can see a child's play area. And you can see that dotted here and there are bins. And the sun is shining down on you. And you can feel the warmth on your skin. And it just feels so wonderful. But as you start walking along, you feel as if there's a heaviness around you. What is this heaviness? What baggage are you carrying with you? What no longer needs to be in your life right now? And you find that you've managed to get to the first spin. And you release something into that bin. something that's holding you back, weighing you down. Don't overthink it. Just release it. Just throw it away. It doesn't need to drag you down anymore. And once you've done that, you walk further along this path in this beautiful park, listening to the birds, maybe hearing children in the distance. You'll still feel that heaviness around you, a little bit lighter than you were before, but you still feel as though you've still stuff you're dragging around with you. And you get to the next spin. Throw away, take off what is holding you down, what is feels weighty, what's keeping you stuck. Throw it in the bin. And I'm just going to leave you for a moment or two, just walking through the park. Every time you get to a bin, you're throwing something away. You're making your way towards that park area, to that play area. So just walk along that path, releasing stuff that is holding you back, holding you down. Throw it into the bins. And I'll leave you for a moment to do that. And again, don't overthink. Just throw it away. You don't need it to hold you back, to weigh you down. Each time you throw off or you throw away something, you feel lighter and you start walking quicker. Before you know it, you have thrown everything into those bins and you feel so much lighter. You feel that you're traveling so much more lighter. You feel like you're simplifying your life. You feel your life is so much more simple now. You feel freer. And you go into that play area. There's no children there now. It's just you. What do you want to do in this play area? Do you want to go on the swing, go down the slide, go on the roundabout? This is like an adults park play area for you. What do you want to do? You feel so light now. Get on that swing, start swinging backwards and forwards, going higher and higher. Climb up the steps of that slide, slide down, just feel yourself whizzing down that slide, running back, climbing up, going down, spinning that roundabout, running around it, jumping on it, feeling that exhilaration. Just enjoy this play area. Enjoy playing, having fun. You feel so light. Life is so simple. It's like being a child again when life was so simple. Bring that feeling back to you as you play in this play area. Maybe there's another playground toy that brings you back to that simplicity, brings you back to that joy, that fun. Enjoy it now. And now that you've released all the stuff that's been holding you down, now that you've brought that simplicity back into your life, I'm going to bring you back into the present, into the here and now. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I count to 5, you're going to be back in the present, in the here and now, knowing that you have simplified your life, bringing back that beautiful, wonderful energy. So 1, 2, coming all the way back. 3, 4, wiggle your fingers and toes, move your body, make sure you are fully back. 5, open your eyes, ground if you need to, just come back, be fully present in the here and now. And welcome back to your simplified life. And I'll just give you a moment to come back. And the card that came out for everybody was traveling lightly, simplify your life. So what they're saying is with everything that's going on in the world, now is the time to simplify your life. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to be heavy. You can bring that happiness, that lightness into your life. So do it. Release what no longer needs to be here. Um, Son, you have an exam in 12. I can ask about that. You can do, but I'm not doing a card for that because you didn't answer the questions when I came in. But Harley has said, ask for intervention of the archangels Gabriel and Zadkiel. Absolutely. You know, they are really good archangels to help you with exams. Angels are a brilliant thing that you can call on. Another thing that you can also use with helping with exams is also um, you can use scents like basil and rosemary when you're studying. Just burn those in the background. They really help. I mean, rosemary is the herb for remembrance. So that smell, when you're studying can help you really concentrate. Listening to classical music like Mozart, again, the frequency helps you with remembering things, keeping you calm. And what you can do in your actual exam, and this is what I used to do, is literally I'd have a tissue and I would put basil or rosemary oil on it, and I would occasionally just, blow my nose or put it up to my nose just to get that smell to help me remember what I'd been learning about. So, you can use that. You can use crystals, as you're studying, you can have a particular crystal that you're holding whilst you're studying. And then when you go to your exam, take that crystal with you, you know. So these are just some of the things that you can do to help you with your exam. And just, set the intention that you are going to remember everything that you need to, that you have passed this exam, not that you're going to, that you have already passed it. See yourself already doing it. Feel that you have passed it. You answered every question absolutely perfectly, and maybe use some of those other things to help you with that exam. Um, oh, brilliant. You are welcome, Harley. That was so much fun, Ray. You had me singing, skipping to I'm Walking to Sunshine. Walking on sunshine. Don't it feel good? Yeah, it does. Um, yes, and see, and Andy, I like listening to classical music to link into spirit. Yeah, classical music, it plays on the original hertz, that helps connect us to spirit. not like the frequency changes that came in that a lot of modern music has. So classical music is another good way, if you want to connect to your higher self to get into that relaxed state because of the frequency. So sound frequencies are also really important things to help you on your spiritual journey, to help you remember, to help you stay positive. Yep, Harley says yes, classical music has been proven to help with test taking and visualize. Absolutely. There are so many different things that you can use. So that's kind of like really hopefully I've answered your questions, Harley, and some of the questions that I've answered have helped you if you didn't have any particular questions in mind. And of course, if you were to join the Angel Wings membership, you've got access to me, not just the monthly Q&A, but we have a WhatsApp group as well, which we're all really, really active on. And, people ask questions in there all the time. I'm more than happy to actually answer them, give tips. There is so much from Angel Wings membership, and I will put the link in the comments after the show that can help you. Just remember the membership to new members is only open until the 5th of October. And if you want to find, I've got reviews from existing members. Mary was here earlier. She was a member. Or you have any more questions about the Angel Wings membership, that then please do ask. But before we go, yep. So Harley says there are some meditation musical frequencies on YouTube that I find help me. Yep. I listen to some of them as well. Andy, Flight of the Bumblebee is a good one, just on low volume. Yep, absolutely. So Harley, as you were so active, I'm going to do a card for you. I know you missed out, so I'm going to actually do a card before we close the show. So what does Harley need to know for a highest good at this moment in time? Okay, well, you had a jumper. Perfect. You have got ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So what they're saying for you, Harley, is that you are getting there, girl. You literally are going to be ascending that mountain. You just have to keep going forward. Don't look back. Just look at that path in front of you, that mountain. Know you are getting there. You will get there. Just keep going forward. Just don't stop. Skip along, walking on sunshine. You are ascending that mountain, and it's absolutely amazing that card came out for you. Thank you, Harley. You're wonderful answering everyone's questions. Not for wonderful. Thank you. You are welcome. Andy, I love those cards. Right? I love these cards. I mean, the Sacred Travel Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. I just love using these for the show. They are absolutely um, amazing. So I'd like to thank you everyone for join me today. I wasn't expecting to go solo, but I'm glad you all joined me and actually gave me some questions that I had to think about and channel answers to, and I hope I have answered them all perfectly. Harley, thank you. I would be with the jumper. My card mirrors me. Perfect. You are absolutely welcome. And of course, if you are now ready to remember your divine presence and step onto your spiritual multidimensional path, but you feel lost, confused, or stuck or alone, then please feel free to reach out and connect with me, and we can arrange a free video call to see where you are now and how you can move forward to take charge of your destiny so you can spread your wings and soar. Feel free to check out the Future Life Progression Practitioners Training that I'm running in November. Learn to take people forwards and backwards in time, experience going backwards and forwards in time, and all the other things involved in it. So you'll be able to get clarity yourself as well as helping other people get clarity. Join Angel Wings membership if you want to be part of a community and you want more access to Q&As, you want to learn more, you want exclusive content, guided meditations, discounts on everything I offer, how-to videos, information on angels, ascended masters, etc., then check that out. And of course, don't forget you can always receive a Connect to Your Guides and Angels PDF or a free Future Life Progression recording if you want to sign up to my weekly newsletter. And there'll be some free gifts along there. And I want to again thank everyone so much for watching it. I'd like to invite you to share this video, as I'm sure there are more people who feel lost and want to get clear on their destiny, just like you. And maybe some of the questions I answered today would help them. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, then please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of when I go live or I post guided meditations or other things. Every time you subscribe, like, share, comment on my channels, on anyone else's channels, any of my guest channels, that really helps our content get out there, to get noticed, to be seen by more people. So you're part of that butterfly effect of spreading that unconditional love, that positivity, the answers to those questions, so people don't need to feel alone, that they are part of a community. Thank you, Andy. Great respect to you as well. So again, thank you everyone for watching and making this show absolutely fun for me and putting me on the spot with questions. There'll be a guest back on my show next week. Hopefully. No, there will be. Have a wonderful week and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.